I have fostered 120 cats in the past a little over 3 years, and today we're going to see how many of their names I actually remember. From September of 2022, I obviously remember my first. I renamed them Baby and Mama. Next, this was my third cat. It was Verona. I was actually terrified of this cat. I had just gotten attacked by a cat at the shelter, and this girl was a little bit reactive, and she could sense my fear. And then, of course, I remember Evie. She was a single cat that I fostered. She was so kind of crazy. Look at that naughty little face.
Oh my god, I'm terrible. I managed to completely leave out a whole cat. Cabo San Lucas.
Okay, since I'm a terrible human being and I already forget, this was a group of two. I do not remember their names. It was Candace Stone and Highland 40 Quinn and Candace Stone. That's, yeah. And then we have Highland Sunshine and the Secret Squirrel. I obviously remember my first bottle babies, snorkel and goggles. That took me a little second to remember, not gonna lie. They were kind of crazy, and bottle babies are actually the fattest headache ever. This was my first big group ever. The mom was disturbing the peace, and I only had her for a few days because she was like pretty feral. The babies it was trespass, cybercrime, petty larceny, which I say petite larceny. I don't know why. There was bribery. I'm forgetting two of their names. I actually don't think I'm gonna remember, but I guess here's a picture of me with them. This was Hudson, Ritter, Kelsey, and I think they were named after like football players from UC, because I went to college in Cincinnati. What was the other name? Fuck, I'm doing so bad. It was Garner. That's what it was. Yes. This was Italics. I remember him, like he had like a little tilted head, so they named him Italics. And then this group was another group of five. It was Lossie, Blake was one of them. Yelly, that was like what, Yelly? So, I don't know, I kind of hated his name. This was also before I ever named my first cats. I did not name any of these. I don't think I'm gonna remember right now. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Fuck. I'm doing so bad. Now, I remember all of these, like, you show me a picture, I'm not gonna forget about who these cats are, but 120 names is a lot to remember. I don't think I'm gonna remember their names. Oh my god, I'm terrible. There's no way I forget their names. No, it was Porcupine and Princess Carolyn. I named these ones Porcupine because he just looked like a porcupine, which also lined up though because I named him the mom Princess Carolyn because I love BoJack Horseman and I was like Princess Carolyn, which is funny because I didn't even realize in the moment when I named them that Princess Carolyn and BoJack Horseman ends up having a porcupine baby. Like, how funny is that? This group of three cats was so sweet and so cute. They were just like always together. Do I remember their names? No, I'm not even gonna act like I can't remember their names. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. Wow, I'm doing way worse than I thought. These two, this girl was super confident. This one was not at all. It was like Star of Donegal something. I think it was like, I don't know. Of course, I remember these babies. This was Sugar. I named these ones again. This was Sugar, Honey, Mixer, Whisk, and Butter. Yeah. Look how cute they were, so babies. And he was Hedgehog. He was so sweet and so clingy. He was just a really good cat, honestly. We're named after comedians. It was that one dude, the something Marcelo Fernando, maybe? And I don't think I'm gonna remember her name. This handsome boy's Buckthorn. He was a single cat that I fostered. He was like a little bit awkward, but like also very sweet. He loved being close to me. This cat I never named, so she's just known as Lost Stray because she was a stray that I took in because my friend was like, she's pregnant, and she was like, in a community of cats. And we put her into foster with someone else, and she lost her the first night. That's a whole story. I have made a video on it before. This group I definitely remember. I named this group. I named the mom cat Simona, and I took her in when her babies were 1 day old. It was like a day or two old. And it was Ferrari, Mercedes, Mustang, McLaren, and Porsche. And then Audi, however you say it, passed away the first night. That was very depressing. All right, we got another depressing one. This was Septarian. I fostered him as a single kitten. He was 6 months old, but was like acting like a 20-year-old cat on its deathbed. He was not doing good at all, and they said that he was going to start seizing soon, so he died in my arms. They euthanized him, that's why, but fine, it's fine. This was Wagner and Tchaikovsky, something like that. Wagner, that boy was scared at first. He was more chill. These two, super sweet. There was definitely a thought in my head of adopting them because they were just so cutie pie. Two girls. Do I remember their names? I actually don't think I do. I actually also fostered these with Simona's group. You can see them all there together. It was a group of 7 that I just took in from a friend for like a week. I had Simona and her 5 kittens, plus these 7 kittens. I forgot the point of this video was their names for a second, but it was like squirrel, raccoon, possum, chipmunk. I don't think I'm gonna remember the other ones, whatever. Oh god, I don't remember. No, I think this was the Star of Donegal and something. I also feel the need to mention that for like 99% of these cats, they were sleeping in my bedroom with me. So like, I'm sharing a bedroom and I don't even remember their names. I'm terrible. I don't remember their names. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know these ones either. All I remember is I had these for literally, it was 2 or 3 days. I took them because they had ringworm, but then the foster that had them before, her vacation got canceled, so she took them back. One was like Bonnaroo, I think. This, I named them. There was rock, paper, and scissors. Scissors died in my arms. Another depressing story. So here's paper and rock. I will never forget Remy because Remy is the foster kitten that my brother adopted. And again, another group that I will literally never forget because it was my first foster fail. It was 85 that this group made, and you can see Remy in the background there. He was with them. It was earth, water, air, and fire. So after that group, I did end up moving to Oregon. I adopted Peaches, so she wasn't a foster, but I just have to include her, you know? But she doesn't count. These two are my first foster kittens in Portland. What are names? I actually don't remember. Oh my god, I'm doing terrible. This group was, it was pineapple, lychee or lychee, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Mango, which is funny because I have my mango. The shelter name is ones. And banana. This was a group of 5. You can really see they're with my sister there. Their names were, I think this was the group where I hated the names that the shelter gave them, and then I tried renaming them, but I took too long to rename them, so then their names just never stuck, so I kind of just ended up calling them after their colors, I'm pretty sure, if this is what I remember right. So that makes this harder. Felon, that's what it was. Okay, at some point I have to cut myself off. I don't think I'm gonna remember those ones. These ones, so cutie pie. Their names were, one of them was Jeff, but I kept accidentally calling him Jerry. Or the opposite, I don't know. So I ended up just calling him Jerry Jeff because I couldn't remember which was his shelter name. One was Elsa. Elsa went viral on here actually for being a psycho with the treats. And this group also went, I wouldn't say viral, but they got a million views for watching my iPad like that. I don't think I can remember the last 2 names. I'm terrible. This is Sugar, Cuddlebug? No. I don't know, something bug. Cuddlebug? Snugglebug? No, Snugglebug. I don't know, fuck it, I suck at this. This was a group of 5. What are their names? Who are you? Well, here's Scooter next. Scooter was a silly, crazy boy. He got his arm amputated. I renamed this group. I had the mom first. She was Ghost, and then she got returned first. It was these 4. Halloween time is October, so I named them Casper, Spider, Coraline, and Pumpkin. This group, I just remember that this was the group that was so sweet and perfect. Do I remember their names? This perfect group that was very good at getting pet and cuddled. Yes, it was Thanksgiving, so it was gravy, corn, potato, and ham. Yes, gravy, corn, potato, and ham. This was also super recent. It was Tabby and Void. I rescued baby Void out from under a car, and baby Tabby, my neighbor found 8 hours later outside by her car. And always I'm gonna remember the last ones that I took in were Coke and Molly. I renamed them. Their original names, I don't even know, some fruits that was just boring. And yeah, so I'm really curious to see how many I got once I score this up, but I have freaking 28 minutes of video to edit through, so that's super